What does your name mean?
It means holy war.
How did you get this name?
My father, he's Muslim, so, I'm the only one in the family with a Muslim name, though, so,
You and I have talked about doing this for a few months now. You were not my student,
Mm-hmm.
but you would always stop by my room and say, I want to be on your podcast. I want to be on your podcast.
Yeah.
And it seems to me as though you had a story that you wanted to tell. You wanted to tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned to me today that this is going to be kind of a friendship test.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Well, in my life, I've gone through a lot of tough situations, and if people don't respect that and try to make fun of me because of it, it will be a test to see who is real ones and who isn't.
Do you feel like people know you and understand you?
No. People think they do. They don't understand what goes on in my head.
And what goes on, like, in your head so much, or outside of school, your life outside of school?
Yeah.
And would you say your life now, or would you say your past, growing up? Is it more?
It's more my life now.
Okay. So I will say that it's my observation that kids really love you. Like, you have a lot of love and support from your classmates. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it seems to me that way. And also, I also notice that you're really great with the new kids, right? A new kid comes to school, and you always kind of take them under your wing and make sure they're okay. Where do you think that comes from? Like, where did that start for you?
And before I came to this school, right? I went to a different school, and I didn't like a single person there. When they got me in there, I just hated everybody. Nobody liked me because I didn't like them. So I want to make sure that when people meet somebody, I want them to have a good first opinion on somebody. Like, I don't want them to be scared to talk. I don't want them to have to not be able to give their opinion on things. I want them to understand that this is a place of friendships that you should make, and you shouldn't wait around.
Right, you make them feel comfortable. So let's start at the beginning.
I was born in Wilmington, Delaware.
And how long did you live there?
11 years.
Who did you live with?
When I first was born, right? I lived with my real parents, but they couldn't take care of me, so they gave me to my older sister. And then she couldn't take care of me because she had kids living in a family of herself. So she gave me to her cousins, and I was there because I don't really have a single memory of living with my sister or my real parents. So that's what I thought was my mom, my dad, that's who I thought was my siblings. That's why when I talk about my mom, my real mom, she sadly passed away, and I only have a couple memories of her. They were good, some of them were bad, but when I talk about my mom, I'm talking about my cousin. I'm not talking about my real mother.
And so at what age did you realize she wasn't your birth mother?
Well, me and my siblings, quote unquote siblings, got into an argument. Then they said that you're not even a real sibling, and that kind of got me mad, So, but
that's how you found out.
And then I asked her. She gave me a conversation. She was like, your dad gave us your sister gave us you, and everything that. Everything happened. I was like, I didn't mind at first,
How old were you at that point?
I was like 6, 7.
Okay.
But, when time goes on, you start to get into your thoughts when you're by yourself. So I was basically wondering why then when my parents want me, why couldn't they take care of me? But I did go over my older sister's house every weekend.
Okay. Did you ever get the answer as to why your parents couldn't take care of you?
No.
You never did? Okay. So you stayed, and where did you go next after Pumpkins?
My dad wanted to take care of me.
So what's one of your greatest challenges right now?
My living situation. I don't live in a house or apartment. I have to live in a hotel. I don't get to wake up to breakfast on the table or go Christmas, All these other kids get to do all of that. I gotta sit by myself all day.
I remember, I did hear a story where you go to, is it Wegmans?
I chill there. With my homie, we chill together.
So you and a friend go?
Well, he's a grown man with a wife, but I call him my friend because he takes care of me. When my dad's out, he takes care of me. He's like an important figure in my life. I want to say father figure, but he's really important to me.
And where did you meet him?
He's the owner of the hotel now. His dad gave it to him.
Okay.
So he takes care of me, you know.
He looks out for you.
Yeah.
And there were times this year where you stopped coming to school.
Yeah.
Why?
The thing about me is that the hotel don't have a laundromat. If I don't have clothes, I can't come to school. I'm not about this kind of school. Like, you know, sometimes he helps me, the owner, my friend. He helps me. He says I can wash the clothes. But the thing about that I respect about him is that he wants me to learn how to take care of myself. Because he wants me to learn how to wash my clothes, how to do everything. He helps me. He's like my mentor in life. So when I need something, I don't ask for it anymore that much, you know? If I need to go wash my clothes, you know, I got laundry detergent, I got a sink, I got like a shower head, I'm gonna go wash from the sink. They gonna let me use the dryer for their laundry. They got a laundry room, I go dry it in there. I think me being in this situation, when I'm older, wouldn't make me not want to be in this situation. For when I have kids, they never gonna be in a motel. I don't care if we can't afford anything. If they gonna have to live with somebody else, because I don't want them to see. I know they gonna see hard things, but I don't want them to have to listen to everybody else have good times and not them have good times. Like, I want my son to be able to like have fun, go to the park, go hang out with his friends, do sports, get good grades. I don't want them to have to wait for everything, have to ask for everything. I don't want them to have to beg nothing. I think that's gonna push me in life. It already is. I don't want to. In my mind, when I think of what I want to do when I grow up, I want to do everything. I don't want to just do one thing.
Right. So you said something this morning that I thought was great. We were talking about a kid, and you said, I would never be a sneakerhead.
No.
Why?
It's material items, you know? I would never I like sneakers, but I wouldn't spend a whole paycheck on a pair of sneakers. And when kids be like, oh, I'm about to get these new shoes, you're not buying them. Your parents are buying them, that's their money. You we're moving and I'm about to get a new house. Like, you're not getting a house, your parents are. They gotta stop acting like they got stuff. Till you my family raised me to know when I become a man is when I take care of my kids and myself. So when people are like, I'm about to buy these new sneakers online, they cost like $1,000 for a pair of sneakers. Me, I bought these sneakers that's on my feet. That's why this summer I want a job, a real one. When I was younger, I always wanted to be different things every week. And now I'm like that. But I'm figuring out that I could do multiple things. Like, if I'm big, I could be a football player, right? Mm-hmm. I could have side hustles. There's football players that got other businesses. But when I want to be a zoologist. I want to get a zoology degree. You know, I want to have an animal sanctuary. I've always loved animals. So I want to get a job that could pay for that. So then I don't have to have my own boss when I get older. Because the things that I want to do, there is no retirement plan, you know. If I want to be a rapper one day, I'm gonna find a beat and start rapping, you know. But I gotta think in the future. I always try to think in the future. That's why I'm not good at school. I've never been good. I think the highest, when I got rewards in class, was first grade. I got a first grade math award and star student. That was the highest ever my grades ever been. After that, I think I just was slacking. I fell off. I would say it's harder for me to learn than others. I think everybody learns in a different way. People say they're visual learners, you know. I'm a visual learner, but I can also hear stuff, but you gotta make learning fun for me, you know, because I can't just people can't just give me a textbook or something, a whole packet, and I can read it. I have to either have somebody with me to help me or make it fun. That's why in math, I'm in academic success. And Ms. Nagy, thank God for her, because like I feel like she's one of the greatest math teachers I ever had, because she makes it fun. You know, she gives us fun things to do. I think everybody has their different ways of learning. I like to go to school to see people. I don't like to go to school to really to learn for some reason. I think this school just got to stop talking, you know, about, because if I wouldn't be, I know a lot of things in my brain. Like I know a lot of information that y'all probably don't even know about people. It's weird. The way the school talks about each other is crazy too, because like I don't know what side I should be on when people talk about each other. So you know what I do? I snitch. I tell them everything. Like I tell them what they tell each other. Like I'll be like, yo, this person said this about you. This person said this about you. Like y'all gotta handle that yourself, because like I'm not about to help you. Like I'm not about to be in between it.
How about you stay out of it? Is that an option?
No, you gotta let them air it out. Like even when you argue with people, argue with a lot of people, then after that I'm like, cool, the situation's done.
So express yourself.
Yeah.
Tell people how you feel. You don't need to fight.
Yeah.
Right.
I
mean, do it. Well, let's start with express yourself.
Express yourself.
Let people know how you feel.
Let people know how you feel.
I think that you have a gift and you don't realize it yet, and that will be what in the end you'll realize saves you. Is that your ability to express yourself, because it's the people who keep it in. Yeah. You could easily come to school every day and keep your story to yourself, keep your struggle to yourself. Now that doesn't mean that everyone has to tell the school their business, but maybe even if you just like write it out, or
some people just need to talk to somebody.
Right.
Like,
have you ever done counseling?
Yeah, when I wasn't in a good place, so they put me in therapy. But I would agree to go back, you know, but it's hard for some people though, because you can't just talk to somebody and say, because you can't trust people easily.
Right.
But a therapist, they're different, you know. I feel like if I didn't want to be certain things, I could be like a guidance counselor or a therapist, because I will understand where they're coming from.
Something that most kids don't know about you that you would want them to know?
Not to think everything is a joke, because you can.
I like that.
You know, like Mrs. Ross told me this literally like the other day, that he's been hearing a lot of race things, you know, a lot of race comments. Sometimes, you know, I can get over it, you know, but you know, you always have that afterthought, like, should I have let him say that? Like when they think like coming near me and saying these racial jokes, so they think like I'm be joking around, but like if I just snap one day, they gonna be confused, like, bro, why would you snap? Like, what's going on? I was like, y'all gotta understand, bro, like you can't just come around here saying like you a monkey, you know, it's like people can die from that. I don't want anybody to go in the world and go to college, because college, people say it more, they do it more. I don't want people to go and act like they gonna like say it in front of anybody, because like.
Right. And do you tell them that?
I'm starting to I won't tell them that, but I'm probably gonna start like signaling it, like don't. It's a line that like you can't just say certain stuff. Like I won't understand, but like if you think it's funny, because everything's funny now, you know, everything is. But like, please don't call somebody the N-word, because it's like, bro, I know a lot of people in this school that said the N-word and they don't know that I know it. But I'm acting like it's cool because like I understand, you know. I'm not gonna like punch you in your face just because like you said it. I might have like a talk with you, be like, bro, please don't say it. But at the same time, I think when people say you shouldn't say the N-word, somebody told me, I watched a video where they was like, why would a white person tell me that I can't say the word, you know? But I'm like, black people say it to you all the time. Your parents say you shouldn't say it. I might say it, but I'm saying to greet somebody, or like, cause like when I'm around my parents, I might substitute the word, you know. But like when I'm with my friends, I might be like, you know, what's up, and it might not be bro, it might be say something else. But like, that's the way I greet somebody. But some people don't think of it as that, you know.
Right.
Old people, or boomers, whatever you will call them. think of it as like, dang, you can't say that, bro. It was after the Buffalo shooting, I think. There was like a party in one of my classes, and then this kid was like, Jihad, you missed a party. We had like snacks and stuff. I was like, bro, there was a school shooting 2 days ago, and you worrying about a donut. Like, y'all don't understand, like, people too worried about other stuff. I think we should have talked about it more, but, you know, I guess people are, like, scared to talk about it. I think if people think that if we don't talk about it, everything's gonna be okay. But I think we should. People underestimate kids, I think. I think people shouldn't underestimate kids. I think if you want to have you should definitely have more conversations. If you got kids, you should have a conversation with your kid one day. See what's in their head, because they might surprise you. They might know more stuff in their world than you do. You know?
Did you ever get into boxing?
Me?
Yeah.
I would.
Maybe Joey could help you get into it.
He could, bro. He could. I don't know what gym he goes to. You should, bro. We should box one day. Yo, you know he tried to box me in the bathroom one time? He said he gonna bring his gloves to school and we gonna box in the bathroom. I used to be scared of him for a little bit. Nobody's ever told me, yo, let's go box in the bathroom real fast. I'll go get my gloves. It's like, that's like weird.
Do you remember that, Joey? Yeah. Were you just messing around?
No, he was dead serious. I was trying to say good. I was like, oh, okay, but like, you know, I'm not holding back because I don't want to die. Like, dying in the bathroom is the worst thing ever. Like,
but you're a big dude. I mean,
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't. It does not matter. I see, people get slammed as big as me by skinny dudes, bro. You ever watch football?
Yeah.
This dude, never mind. I don't want to get too much into it. They be getting like stiff armed, everything, bro. It's so funny. I want to own an apartment complex and put unfortunate people that live in bad places there.
To give them homes.
And then help them, give them mentors to give them a job, stuff like that. Life is a circle. You know, you're gonna have a bad part, but then it's gonna go to the good, but then it's gonna happen in reverse. You should always have the idea that something could just change in like at any point. Like you should also don't expect everybody to be just like you. You know, I don't expect anybody to be like me. But at the same time, I don't care what people are like, because I look at people the same. I look at adults the same, kids, you know. I have the same respect for everybody. They're all in the same class.
Wow.